The air aboard the Zyrexian royal cruiser was thick with panic. The corridors, once humming with serene energy, now echoed with sharp commands and rushing footsteps. Crimson blood, thicker than Earth's, splashed across the crystal-inlaid floor, and attendants scrambled in disarray. Inside the royal chamber, the Queen of Zyrex, Vaelira the Undying Flame, lay collapsed on her side. Her breathing was labored, her silver-scaled skin dull with pain, and her bioluminescent crown fins flickered erratically. Her hand trembled as she reached toward her chest, where a wound pulsed with slow, devastating loss. Poisoned. She rasped. Her guards leaned in. Who did this, my queen? General Tharn bellowed. Vaelira raised her eyes, brilliant golden, dimmed by agony. No time. Bring me the human medic. Gasps rippled. The court physician, a towering Zyrexian male, hissed. You mean him? A primitive from Earth? Your Majesty, we have our own. Bring him, she growled. Or I die. On the lower decks, human medic Elias Crane sat in his designated medbay cell, surrounded by sterile Zyrexian tech he barely understood. The walls were smooth crystal. The tools looked more like art installations than medical instruments. But Elias was used to improvising. He didn't like being here. Officially, he was a guest. Unofficially, he was a curiosity, an alien pet with medical talent. The Zyrexians had abducted, or invited, him after he'd saved one of their diplomats at a joint summit. He hadn't seen Earth in 127 days. When the guards arrived, guns raised and faces grim, Elias stood instinctively. Let me guess, someone ate something they shouldn't have. You are summoned, said one of them. By the Queen herself. Elias blinked. You're joking. They weren't. The royal chamber felt like a cathedral carved from living crystal. It pulsed with the Queen's failing life energy. Her blood stained the steps leading to her throne bed. As Elias approached, 2 guards tried to block his path. She's unstable, one warned. You'll die if she lashes out. Then I'll die, Elias said and pushed past them. Vaelira turned her head weakly as he knelt beside her. Human. I'm here, Elias said, already stripping gloves on. Tell me what happened. She winced. My food. Sabotaged. The toxins are breaking down my second heart. Elias's brain spun. The Zyrexian physiology was alien, but he'd studied the basics. Twin hearts, specialized immune systems, redundant organs. But this toxin, whatever it was bypassing all her defenses. Give me every medkit, nanogel, and synth fusion pack you've got, he snapped. The court physician hissed. He is not certified in Zyrexian anatomy. I saved 3 of your soldiers last month, Elias said coldly, while your certified physician was busy fumbling with crystals. Vaelira let out a strained laugh. He did fumble. The physician hissed again but obeyed the Queen's weak nod. The toxin was corrosive. Elias used a mix of nanogel to slow the spread, fusion patches to stabilize her bleeding organs, and, when her breath hitched, he reached for something forbidden, a neurostem pack of Terran origin. This might hurt, he said. Do it. The Terran stim sent a pulse into her nerves, and she screamed. The guard surged forward, but Vaelira raised one trembling hand. Let him finish. Elias worked furiously, his fingers a blur. Her second heart was nearly dissolved, the pericardial tissue inflamed and weeping. He jury-rigged a pressure stabilizer, flushed the poison, and finally stitched a temporary bypass using carbonized muscle mesh. He slumped back after an hour, drenched in sweat. I need you to stay awake for at least 2 minutes, he whispered. Vaelira blinked. I feel lighter. That's either the drugs or the fact you're not dying anymore. Her claws gently brushed his arm. "You're a strange creature, Elias Crane." "I get that a lot." 2 days later, Vaelira stood, regally dressed, towering over Elias in her throne room. Her color had returned, her glow stronger. The court now whispered a new name: the human life-bringer. She dismissed her guards with a flick and stepped down toward him. "I owe you more than a debt," she said. "You saved the crown." "I did what anyone would do." "No," she said firmly. "They would have hesitated. You acted. You endured the screaming of a queen, the distrust of our own physicians. And you brought me back from death." Elias looked up. "Glad you're on your feet. But I want to know, who poisoned you?" Her expression darkened. "We suspect a noble. A rival house seeking to upend my reign through cowardice. But they failed. Because of you." She reached into her royal sash and pulled out a small, luminescent shard. "This is a flame bond crystal. It marks a soul debt beyond words. I offer it to you." "I don't need." "It also means you are protected. Revered. Family to the crown." Elias hesitated, then took it. The shard pulsed warmly in his palm. "Does this mean I'm royalty?" "No," she said with a smirk. "But it means if anyone touches you, I'll personally incinerate them." "That's comforting, actually." Vaelira's face softened. "When I was on the brink of death, I saw only one thing clearly: your face. Your hands. And the softness with which you said, 'I've got you.'" Elias swallowed. "It wasn't just medicine. I didn't want to lose you." She tilted her head. "Nor I, you." A beat passed between them, heavy with something unspoken. Months passed. Elias remained on the cruiser, no longer a guest or prisoner, but a part of the Queen's court. He trained Zyrexian medics. He healed warriors. He even saved the court physician's mate during childbirth. Respect grew. So did the bond between him and Vaelira. One quiet night, under the star canopy dome, she sat beside him. "Elias," she said gently, "you've given me my life. But more than that, you've given me reason. Reason. To look beyond my throne. To see with more than golden eyes. I once thought of humans as soft, small, foolish. But now I see you as necessary. Brilliant." He chuckled. "Some still think we're soft and foolish. Then they are blind." She leaned close, voice barely a whisper. "Do you know what your name means in our tongue?" He shook his head. Heart returned. He smiled. "That's poetic." "You are poetry," she said. And then, for the first time in the history of Zyrexian royalty, a queen leaned forward and kissed a human.